Yo guys, what is going on? I am back with another NHL, actually real NHL 2021 standings predictions, and I've done the first two divisions, the Eastern Conference, I guess that's called. No Eastern Conference this year, just those two first divisions. And now I'm doing the Canadian division, the North division. There are 7 teams in this division, and I am ready to do my picks here. And this division, I mean, I just realized the other day when today when I was doing my predictions, as I'm doing them all on Tuesday, and they're gonna be. I was just thinking, how good is hockey right now? Because there's so many good teams that I'm having a tough time putting teams 6th, 7th because, yeah, no, I'm not gonna spoil it because you gotta go watch it. Go watch the East. I think the East is definitely surprising to people. I put 2 teams that are usually good or have been for a long time. I put them, and they've won Stanley Cups recently, very recently. I put them not in the playoffs, and it's a little bold, but I really do. I do believe that they won't make it, but you know, that's just a prediction. So here we go. A lot of good teams in this division, but I think the easiest one to put 7th, and I will go ahead and put them 7th, is the Ottawa Senators. I feel like they're not as bad as maybe people think. They're gonna struggle in this division maybe. But I like the All-Canada division. There's just rivalry every night. I mean, come on. I mean, like, I know the East is a bunch of rivalries. Central, not so much. Just good teams, I think. But I think this division might have, like, this is Canada's division. And could we see a Canadian Stanley Cup champion? We might this year, because in normal years they're not in the same division. So some years you only have 1, 2 teams who make the playoffs from Canada. But this year you're having 4 teams make the playoffs out of the 7 Canadian teams. So it really gives an advantage. But yeah, I don't know if anyone here I feel like can win that Stanley Cup, but I hope it doesn't happen because I'm from the United States of America, but you know, we'll see. Anyways, Ottawa Senators 7th. Yes, they've got some key guys from the draft. Very good. They got a lot of draft picks. They had a lot of draft picks. But right now, do you think that they're going to win the series this year against the Edmonton Oilers with Connor McDavid? I don't. Do you think they're going to win the series against the Toronto Maple Leafs? I don't. I don't even think they probably win against the Canadiens. The Canadiens definitely showed something last season. So, in that regard, I have to put the Senators 7th. I didn't want to, because I think there's a team maybe I could put a little lower, but I didn't. So, anyways, it's tough. But in 6, I have the Winnipeg Jets, and there's just so much going on with the Jets and Patrick Laine, and just everything about them seems like it's just heading downhill after they lost that Western Conference final to the Golden Knights, 3 seasons ago? I think it was, I don't know. But it just seems like everything's gone downhill. Laine has not played nearly as good as he played that season. So, again, they draw a tough division. They weren't great last season. I don't expect them to make it this year. There's not much more to say about the Jets. It's just I think they're going to be 6th. I think they could be 7th. I think the Senators can beat them. But that's just a prediction. So, yeah. So 5th is tough because now this is the line where they're not going to make the playoffs. But really, you know, they could. They're just 1 spot away. I mean, it's annoying that they have 7 in their division before making it, but that's the Central every season. So you know, and that Central's usually the worst division. But I don't think this division will be the worst. I don't. I don't, but it might. I haven't looked like, I haven't done the whole math, but because that West division I know is good. I know there's three good teams in that division. So, but I'm going to take a stand here, and 5th, I'm going to put the Calgary Flames. Yeah, and it doesn't make too much sense because they made the qualifiers last year. Did they win that qualifier? I have no idea. I think they might have. I didn't pay attention to the Western Conference Finals, but Western Conference last season until the finals with the Knights. But I didn't. So I don't know. I could be completely wrong on this team, but I really don't. The team I put in 4th, I think is very deserving. I think they're mainly under the radar, but I think they've gotten better, and they're gonna have finally a good season. It feels like. So with that case, I have to put the Flames 2nd. 5th, I have to take a stand on one team. I think the bottom 2 I'm pretty confident in, but here I'm not. But who I have to take a stand somewhere. So there is my stand. And in 4th, I have the Montreal Canadiens. I just feel like they did good things last season. Made the qualifier, almost beat Philly. I think it was Game 5. Not sure, it might have been Game 4. They brought them to. They just look better than years past, and I'm not a Canadiens fan whatsoever. Don't like them at all, but I just feel like for Canadiens fans, you know, I don't know how to say this because they won 25 Stanley Cups, I believe. Or 24. But, so how do you say, you know, to a fan base like, oh, they've suffered? They haven't suffered whatsoever. But I really do lately their team hasn't been good, and they are one of the most hardcore diehard fans, and I have to give it to them. You know, it's not as hard when they've won 20-something Stanley Cups, but I think you still have to respect it, you know. So I really do, for that sense, I maybe put them a little higher, but I think they got a solid team, and they're never a bad team, but I think maybe this year they take that little step up, and I say that they finish in 4th. Well, in 3rd, I have the Vancouver Canucks, and man, have they gotten better. I mean, lately they've been playing some good hockey these last couple of seasons. Just not the biggest threat yet. Can they take that real extra step last season? But for these Western Conference teams, a little tougher for me to evaluate because I don't watch them every night. You know, I don't watch the Vancouver Canucks at 10:30 at night. I just don't. But I remember that they had a solid season last year. They made the qualifiers, and did they win them? See, this is why I need to know if they won them, and I'm gonna look. I'm not looking at my game right now. Does it show? Okay, it doesn't show the qualifiers, so, but that's fine. But I think the Canucks will finish in 3rd this season. And that brings us to our second team, and that is the Edmonton Oilers. And really for one reason only. They have the best player in the sport. They do. They have Connor McDavid. I think people wouldn't even disagree. Am I losing 7-3? Well, I am trying to think of teams and players and all that stuff. Pretty bad effort, though, in NHL 21, but I just feel like, what's your feeling on the Edmonton Oilers? Like, they got the Hart Trophy winner, which, I mean, I think he deserved it. I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't deserve it. He scored a ton of goals, ton of assists. I know he's with the best player in hockey, so that's gotta, you know, give him a little knock. But I really do think this team is really good. You know, remember, like, what was it, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? They went pretty deep in the playoffs. I think they might have lost to the Sharks. I don't know off the top of my head, so, but they made it pretty deep, so I'm expecting that from them this season. They made the qualifiers last season. I think they might have won. I really don't even know. I have no idea what the Western Conference did last season in the playoffs, and that's pretty sad because I know the whole Eastern Conference. So I feel bad about that because I literally know everything that happened in the Eastern Conference Finals, but I watch the Eastern Conference Finals. I live on the East Coast, so, you know, that makes it a little more. But I don't live in Edmonton, but I think they are the second best team in this league on paper. It maybe not even on paper, just in my mind. I think they're going to have a good season, and I put them second. And at number one, I hate to say it, but I really do believe, maybe not believe in them because, but I think they maybe got a little bit of an easier draw than usual, and I will put the Toronto Maple Leafs first. I hate to say it as an Islanders fan, as any fan. And people think I just hate the Maple Leafs because of Tavares. No, I don't like the Maple Leafs. Who likes the Maple Leafs? Like, they have maybe some of the worst fans in the sport. Just horrible. But if you're a Maple Leafs fan, then you're probably going to get ticked off. I'm sorry about that. But if, yeah, you probably are. But, I mean, it's literally everybody says it. So, I mean, I don't know why. You can't really disagree too much. So, anyways, I think they'll be first because, first of all, I think they don't. Is it me or they get an easier draw than usual? Usually, they're in the not a bloodbath, but they're with the Bruins and Lightning. And I'm sorry, but those teams are better. They have more experience than the Maple Leafs, and they seem like the Maple Leafs always come in third, sometimes fourth. They just don't win the division. I think this division is a little easier for them to get around with maybe some younger teams in here. I do think they will. And that's my first place team. You know, I don't think they'll do anything if they went to the playoffs. When they go to the playoffs, I think that's almost a lock. The Maple Leafs for the playoffs. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you could hit the like button. We have one more video to get to, and that is the Western Conference Division. Some big time, maybe favorites for the Stanley Cup sit in that division, so it should be interesting. Should be actually really fun to go over that division. I've enjoyed these. I hope you have too. It's a little different. You know, usually I'm talking about video games. I really like talking more about the NHL than that, because NHL's like really going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not surprised that hockey's playing. I'm just saying it's really going on in real life. Like, NHL 21 is just a fake video game. Like, eventually you want to talk about something that's actually going on, that you actually really care about, and I'm really glad hockey's back. By the time this video goes up, I'm sure hockey will be back because it starts tomorrow on Wednesday, but my team plays Thursday. Gonna be a good game, but first games of the season, but everybody just gets hyped for the first game. I just can't wait for hockey, for playoff hockey, but we got to get there first, and hopefully everybody stays safe throughout the season. But anyways, if you like this video, I would love it if you could please like and maybe subscribe. We got one more division to do. Let me know your thoughts, though, on this division. Do you think the Maple Leafs are the team to beat here, or will they not even make the playoffs? I don't know. They got Marner, though. They got Tavares. They got Matthews. Tough to pick against them. But let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one.